Introduction to nmap. Nmap is a network mapping tool for network exploration and security auditing. It's free to download for Linux, Windows, and Mac OS X. It requires an understanding of protocols, packets, and ports. It requires understanding of DNS, domain name system, and it is a command line tool. In brief, what is a protocol? In networking, a protocol is a set of rules for formatting and processing data. Network protocols are like a common language for computers. The computers within the network may use vastly different software and hardware. However, the use of protocols enables them to communicate with each other. What is a packet? In networking, a packet is a small segment of a larger message. Think about a train. It has the engine, and it has the caboose, and then the individual cars in between. Data sent over computer networks, such as the internet, are divided into packets. These packets are then combined by the computer or device that receives them. What is a port? In computer networking, a port or port number is a number assigned to uniquely identify a connection endpoint and to direct data to a specific service. At the software level, within an operating system, a port is a logical construct that identifies a specific process or a type of network service. A port at the software level is identified for each transport protocol and address combination by the port number assigned to it. The most common transport protocols that use the port numbers are the Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, and the User Datagram Protocol, UDP. Those port numbers are 16-bit unsigned numbers. Nmap basics. These 7 nmap commands are going to start us down the nmap rabbit hole. Let's check them out. We're going to go over the first 2 here. This is a list scan, and this is a ping scan. Now the list scan, that's going to reveal to us targets on or available hosts, and the ping scan is going to show us a little bit more valuable information. So let's cruise on over here. Where did it go? To Kali Linux. Okay. Now first we're going to do the list scan. This is a virtual network. It doesn't really exist. It's a connection or a collection of virtual machines. So let's go ahead and run that. And it shows us the available IP addresses in this range. All 256 of them, beginning at 0 and ending at 255, right there. Okay, it doesn't really show us much. All it shows us is the available host. Alright, so what if we clear this out and then we do our ping scan? Okay. Now we get some other information here. The host is up, and it gives us the MAC address. It gives us the IP address and the MAC address. So remember yesterday, we created this machine here. So let's go ahead and log on real quick. I think I got it wrong. Okay, now let's hit Control-Alt-T. We're going to open up the terminal. We're going to type ifconfig. Okay, so we're 192.168.2.7. Okay, you see that right here. Okay. The MAC address. You notice this right here. 08 00 27 80 18 47. Now if you look at the rest of the MAC addresses, 08 00 27 26, 08 00 27, that tells us some good information. We'll get into MAC addresses in another video, but let's come back over here. 08 00 27 80 1B 47. A quick note on MAC addresses: they're in hexadecimal number notation, which is 16 to a particular power. So boom, there's our MAC address right there. Here's our MAC address. So that's pretty nifty. Now let's come back over here to this other machine. Log on here real quick. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to type ifconfig. You're going to notice our IP address, 2.4. 2.4. The host is up. The MAC address, EE66. EE6. C6. Okay, so what can we do with this information? How is it relevant? I mean, really, what does it mean? That is a discussion in a video all on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit out of here. But what I want to do now, I want to show you something real quick. I'm going to power off. I'm going to power off the machine. Okay. Now, remember, we were right here. Where's the MAC address? Right here. EE6. So let's come back over here. Let's run it again. You notice it doesn't see, remember, 2.4. Now it doesn't see the machine. So let's come over here. Let's go back. Let's exit. Let's power off. We'll run it again. It doesn't see the machine. So we'll get into that in the next video. In the meantime, I hope this sparked your curiosity and that you will continue to use Linux. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.